Hey everybody, Multiple 59 here. I just voted. I'm down at my polling place. There's not a whole lot of people here. My daughter came earlier and she said it was a lot more crowded than this. That's good. It's always good to see a lot of turnout. I don't care how people are voting. I'm not here to bug anybody. And she said there were a couple of people that had little vocal confrontations, I guess, when she was here. I don't think this is the place for that. I think the time for pissing and moaning is over. Now it's just time to let the process work. I know which outcome I'm hoping for, and so do you. And so should everybody else by the time they get here. I don't think that when you get to polling places you're going to change anyone's mind. I don't think somebody who's going to vote for one candidate or the other is going to have some epiphany while they're in the line at the polling place. People ought to just keep to themselves. I don't agree with what Kamala Harris was doing with her bullhorn at a polling place. I think that, they say if you're within 100 feet of the polling place or outside of 100 feet that you can stump. I think that should be illegal. I think that no candidate for any office should be able to go to a polling place and campaign. The campaign is over. The campaign actually ended yesterday. And I know that Trump and Biden are both still out today going to doing rallies or whatever, and that's fine. But when you're at the polling place, just be quiet, cast your vote, leave everybody alone. You know what you're going to do and they know what they're going to do, and that's the way it ought to be. This was the first time that my youngest daughter voted, and I think that's cool. And I think my second youngest daughter is voting for the first time today also, and I'm glad they're getting involved in the process. Daughters are 22 and 25, and it's cool. It's cool that they're in the process. But anyway, everything's calm and quiet here. People look relaxed, and had some people who didn't have their masks on, like me, who are smiling. So it's always good to see people happy to vote. Anyway, I think I'm going to drive around town, a couple of polling places, and see what the turnout is like at those places as well. Go vote, do your thing, leave everybody alone. You get to the polling place, it's none of your business what somebody else is going to do. It's none of my business what somebody else is going to do. So go to your polling place, be cool, vote, relax. No matter what happens, we'll all survive this, and we'll move on as a nation, hopefully. Well, I'm over here at Endeavor School, which is actually just right around the corner from our house. It's actually closer to our house than our actual polling place. But I was driving by, I didn't even know there was a polling place here. I was just driving by, and there's no line, none, no one. There's no drive-by drop-off line or anything. So I guess we'll see if it gets any thicker as we move around town. Well, I've moved over to Bill Williams School, this polling place. This is in the southwest, and as you can see, there aren't very many people here. Hope some more people show up later. Hope the turnout is as good as it was over in my neck of the woods in the northwest. And gosh, I'm surprised that there aren't more people here. It's a pretty populated part of town. Maybe later. All right, let's move on. Well, I've come over here to South Bakersfield. I can't remember the name of this church. It's on Hughes Lane. There's virtually no one here. I don't know how disappointing that is. It's still early. It's 10:25. I voted at about 9. And I do live in a pretty heavily populated part of Bakersfield in the northwest. And evidently there's just a lot of people over there who had time to come and vote in the morning. But anyhow, South Bakersfield is kind of it's a pretty diverse part of town, this part of South Bakersfield. All right, let's move on to another place. Well, I've moved over to Casaloma Elementary School. We're still in the south part of town, a little further east. Not much of a turnout here either. There are quite a few cars in the parking lot. So maybe the building's a little bigger inside, but no lines or anything. And this is a predominantly Hispanic part of town, and like I said, not much of a turnout yet, but again, it's early. It's still only about 10:45. A lot of people have already voted, and a lot of people wait till after work, and the lines probably will be long then. I'm not going to go around in the afternoon because just of the traffic from rush hour, but be interested to see if things fill up a little bit later. All right, let's move on. Well, I've come out to the small farming community of Lamont, which is about 15 miles south-southeast of Bakersfield. It's a pretty small town, doesn't have a big population, so it doesn't surprise me that there aren't a lot of people here. But as you can see, there are hardly even any cars here. But again, not very many people out. Well, I've come over to Arvin, to their polling place. Arvin's a little bit bigger than Lamont. And while there doesn't appear to be a line, it's a pretty brisk traffic coming in and out. Looks like a lot of people are voting. And from the signs around town that I've seen, it looks like the biggest thing people here are interested in is who's going to be the mayor, Jose Garola or Olivia Trujillo. So anyway, Arvin looks pretty brisk. It's good to see a good turnout. Oh, get out of these people's way. But the process is working the way it's supposed to, no matter how we feel. So let's move on to another place. Well, I'm here at the Emmanuel Church on Baker Street in East Bakersfield. Not a lot of people in line, but pretty brisk in and out. A lot of cars coming in and out, or I should say regularly. Looks like a pretty good turnout so far. And you see the ballot, drop your ballot there, and the line to go in there. Said there's not much of a line, but a brisk in and out, and that's a good thing. So East Bakersfield's looking good at this one. Let's move on. This is the downtown voting ballot box place. I don't know if you can go in and vote anywhere here. I have never voted downtown, but you can see that line of cars over on the right on the other side of the delineators. That whole line is for people who are voting, just dropping off their ballots. And so it's pretty crowded. The line's backed up into the left turn lane and up trucks in a little ways. But anyway, that's what it looks like downtown. I am at another downtown location now. This is on 8th Street, across from the Catholic Church. A little bit of a line here, not too bad. I'll bet a bunch of those people that are backed up on M Street and Truxton wish they knew about this place. But looks like a pretty good turnout. People coming in and out, small line. And this is, like I said, over on 8th Street. And people engaging in the process. All right, let's move on. All right, I'm over in Oildale now at North High. You can see behind me, there's no line here either. I don't know what the turnout's been. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon now. But no one there and no one there. So all the horror stories I've been hearing about all these lines, that hasn't materialized so far, except at the polling place by my house. Again, it's only 1:30 and people are at work, and a lot of people vote this afternoon, this evening, I'm sure. And like I said earlier, I don't want to get out and fight that traffic. You know, as you can see, they also have a drive-by thing here. You just drive by and drop your ballot off. No one's in that either. But anyway, hopefully more people show up later tonight and get some voting done. All right, well, I think I'm going to head home now. It's been an interesting day driving around southeastern Kern County and seeing what's going on at the polls. As you saw, not a lot of people out. Arvin was pretty brisk. Over by my house had a lot of people, and the two downtown were really busy, but no lines anywhere else so far. So, all right, well, I guess we'll find out later if more people showed up. Well, how'd the voter turnout go in wherever you're at? Are you in Bakersfield? Was it busy at your polling place? Are you from somewhere else? Was it busy at yours? I'm sure, you know, Bakersfield's a pretty good sized town, but we're not LA or San Francisco, so we don't have millions of people to deal with. Let me know what you think about the process and the voter turnout. Shoot me an email at motopoet59@gmail.com. like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content, and we'll see you all tomorrow. We'll see how it turned out.